Yeah, I think Red Hat is a leader in commercial open source technology, which is really the future of computing in any real IT environment or software development environment. And IBM now has one of the world's best companies in the open source space and the multi-cloud space. So I think it puts them in an incredible position to help enterprises that are moving to a multi-cloud environment be able to run their data centers and run their operations, whether it's in the cloud or on premises, in a hybrid model for the future. So it puts IBM in a great position. Obviously an incredibly bold move on the part of Ginny and the rest of the team, but one that I think we'll look back in 5 or 10 years and say that was a very defining decision.
We should note that you're partnered with IBM.
We're partnered with IBM.
Does it impact you?
Only as much as IBM is a great partner, and we obviously want to root for their success. But we partner with probably the majority of software and technology companies in the industry. So our job is to be interoperable and integrate with all of the major technologies our customers use.
60% premium to the close, but a 12% premium over Red Hat's highest ever price. Did that deal reprice the entire cloud computing space?
Well, certainly if you look at the past week, things have done a little better. I mean, there's been a difficult month, I think, for the high growth tech stocks, as we've seen. Don't need to call that out for any of your viewers, but I think that what that deal showed was that the underlying value of some of these significant players is in many cases worth a lot to especially big incumbents. So that probably did help lift things up a bit. But I think in general, companies like Workday and Salesforce and ServiceNow, hopefully Box, we're trying to build industry-defining companies that will last quite some time.
I mean, your stock got caught up a little bit, and in the last 3 months, it's
I'd say we got
20%.
hooked in that, yeah.
You're in quiet period. I know you can't speak to fundamentals, but is there justification in some of the tech punishment that we've seen lately in terms of the business slowdown or lack of spending with IT budgets?
Certainly without getting into anything on our quarter, I think from a macro standpoint, we're not seeing much in the way of any kind of negative dynamics. I think it's usually the case where in our sector of high growth SaaS companies, or technology companies, you sort of get inflated valuations for some period of time, and that tends to come down as investors sort of look at their portfolios. Obviously, interest rates probably factored into that, but I do think things are now normalizing and kind of starting to get a little bit more steady from a valuation standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because the industry has been knocked by this. You're going to become a commodity at some. You've heard that 1 billion times.
Yeah.
Okay, make the case for why it is not a. What did the IBM-Red Hat deal? And I don't mean to make too much of it.
Sure.
But the premium was so fat. How could we not?
Yeah.
What did that and what should that teach us?
Yeah.
About cloud computing that we didn't understand before?
Yeah, I think I think in general, when you think about enterprise IT buyers are making long-term investments in the future of their technology architecture. So if you can be a company or a product that becomes
bottom line, layman speak, companies are spending a lot of money on your stuff,
and it's very sticky, and there's massive moats in the technology that are being built out. And if we do our job and continue to innovate, we will become a core part of the technology stack of how the future of all enterprises operate. And so that's why these deals end up actually looking pretty good in hindsight when you can see how powerful these platforms are.